Hi, I am going to do something a little different today. I'm going to show you guys a recipe that I've had on my mind for a couple days now, and this is just me being a mastermind in the kitchen. Like I said, I love cooking, so this channel will be a little bit about cooking and some healthy eating tips. But for the past couple of days, for some reason, I've had this great recipe on my mind that I wanted to try out. It's a little bit too late now. It's about 8:39 at night. I just got home from the gym, and I need something quick to eat, so I threw in some salmon skewers just for now as you see them cooking in the oven. Yum. But I wanted to try for tomorrow. I'm going to prep it tonight so that tomorrow, you know, they say some things taste better as they sit. So I'm going to, of course, taste test tonight it. But I'm going to cook something up and I'll show you how it is. It is a seafood pesto spaghetti mixture thing that I came up with in my head. And I'll show you what it consists of. It consists of me having some, what is this? Boneless, skinless Alaskan cod pieces. I got this from Trader Joe's. And then I'm going to add a little bit of some mushrooms. And I went the cheap route because the bags of shrimp were too much for me. So I got the cooked shrimp. And I'm going to throw this in last because they are cooked already. So, quick and easy. Don't have to worry about detailing, deveining, and pulling apart anything. Very easy. Then last minute, I'm going to throw in some tomatoes. They're starting to go bad, so I don't want them to go bad. So, that's what I'll sometimes do. If I have something in my fridge that is starting to go bad, I'll just grab it, and if it thinks it's going to fit right in my recipe, I just throw it in there. So, sometimes people will say, hey, would you throw in there or something, and I can't remember against them because whatever's in my kitchen goes in the pot half the time. And another thing I'm going to add in is some nice old imitation crab meat. I don't have any real crab meat right now, but we're going to improvise. And then I have a pesto that I got from Target. Nice pesto sauce, if you can see that. And then for my sauce, I'm going to add the pesto with some almond milk. And I am adding meat and some protein in there as well. So I'll get started on that and I'll come back. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this water started for boiling for my pasta. And by the way, I will be using some gluten-free spaghetti that I got from Giant. It's a Char brand, so I'm going to use that today for boiling my pasta. So I'll get that water started, have that going, add a little bit of olive oil, and some salt to get that water boiling. I'm actually going to turn this up some more and put that on high. Alright, so next I got my frying pan ready for sauteing up my fish, my cod pieces, my mushrooms, and my tomatoes. As I said before, the shrimp and the crab meat I do not have to cook. They are already cooked, so I will throw that into the mixture last when I start mixing them all together. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in some of the cod pieces. I'm actually going to preheat this pan a little bit, get it up, get it a little bit warm. Alright, so now that the pan is all hot, I'm going to throw in the fish. And I'm going to throw in the mushrooms. Yes, I like my mushrooms, so I'm going to add a lot up in there. And then I'm going to add in, I just remember I have some grilled veggies from Trader Joe's. So I'm going to throw those up in there. I'll show you in a minute what they look like. Alright, so this is what they look like. They are fire roasted bell peppers and onions with red, yellow, and green peppers. I got this from Trader Joe's as well. So that's what I mean by when I think of something, I know I have it in my fridge, I'm just going to add it up in there. Just finish off that bag. And then I'm going to add in a little of seasoning salt. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't like a lot of salt, so this is the only thing I'm adding. I like my food to have its own flavor. And this is by Tastefully Simples. If you haven't tried them out, please do. They are delicious. Alright, next I'm going to add in my chopped tomatoes. And I'm going to give that a quick mix. And as you can see, there's a lot of juice in there. I don't want that, so I'm going to make sure I simmer it down to get rid of all of that juice. And that's mainly from the vegetables and the fish. So pretty and colorful. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. And as you can see, our water is boiling for our pasta, so I'm going to add that on in. Alright, and I like to keep my pasta long. Some people don't, but I like the whole Lady and the Tramp feeling, so I keep my pasta long. I'm just going to add in the whole pack because I want leftovers. And usually whenever I cook something, somebody else wants some of my food too. So people, I don't know how to cook for smallmouth. People always say, why do you cook so much? But I mean, that's just how I cook effectively, is by overcooking. But then everybody else gets to share in the wealth, and I get to share some, and maybe even you'll get some. Alright, so you see I got my fish going, pasta's going, and this bowl right here is waiting for my pesto sauce to begin. I am kind of a big pot user when I cook. I get messy, so anybody can tell you that used to cook with me in the past that I don't use just one pot and wait and clean as I go. That I definitely don't do. When I'm in the cooking mood, I just cook and I just go. So we're going to let that simmer up, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to attempt to make this pesto sauce. Alright? Alright, so I'm going to add in now, because the mixture is almost done, I'm going to add in some of the shrimp. And I'm wrong, they do have tails on them, but that's okay. Just going to throw those in there to get them started to heat up. Mix it around a little bit. Add a few more. And then let that warm up. And then as well, like I said, I'm going to add in a little bit of the imitation crab meat. Not too much, because it really doesn't need much more in it. Crumble that up. My pasta is looking good. It's almost done, so it'll be ready for me to strain soon. So I'll get that ready. In the meantime, I should have enough time to start on my pesto sauce. That's probably all the meat I'm going to add in there. Like I said, just mix it up. And the flavor, I don't have to season it again at this point, because the flavors from all of the other ingredients are going to be going through it. As I said, you don't have to follow this to K. I never follow a recipe to K, because there may be some things in here you don't like. Maybe you don't like fish, maybe you don't like crab meat, or maybe you don't like mushrooms, or maybe you don't like onions. So make it your own and twist it, or add whatever, improvise to it, whatever you want. That's why I always love cooking, because you can be as creative as can be. So now I'm going to start my pesto sauce. And this is how it looks. Like any old pesto. I haven't turned on the stove yet. I don't want to turn it on yet. So I'm going to dump that in a pot. Smells very good in here though, I must say. And that is all of it. So it looks like that in the pot. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the almond milk to it. I'm going to add a little bit at a time because I don't know how much I need, and I know I should be measuring, guys, but I am not a measurer, so I eyeball it according to how much I need, what I think I need, and all that jazz. So I apologize that I don't measure. I don't like it. That's why I don't bake. So I'll show you guys how it looks. And add a little bit more. And it will be a little bit of a loose sauce, but that's okay. That's how I want it. Alright. So I'm going to get that to start heating up, warming up. Oh, I forgot to show you guys what it looks like. Let's see if I can get this in there. I apologize, I have to resort to my webcam. I'm not too technically savvy yet. I don't have a big high-tech camera to be doing this, but I am trying my best, so work with me. Alright, so now it looks like our pasta is ready. Looks pretty ready to me. Only one way to find out, and that is to taste test it without burning yourself. And I would say that is ready. I want it al dente, I don't want it mushy. So I'm going to go ahead and strain that. Bring my pot back. I'm going to turn this now on low and simmer. Make sure all the sauce, the water is drained out of your pasta. And I'm going to dump, actually going to scoop some of it out. Runaway noodle. I'm going to scoop it out into the pan. Maybe you wonder why I'm doing this. It's because I want to add in a little bit at a time because I do have a hefty amount of stuff in our other mixture with the meat. So I don't want to overflow my pan and leave me no room. So I'm going to turn this off. It's been simmering now and it's pretty much done. Everything that was cold, such as the shrimp and the crab meat, should be heated up. Everything's full and flavorful and ready to go. That is what it looks like. So I'm also going to scoop that in a little bit at a time. Not too much. Add that into my bowl with the pasta. Mix it around a little bit. Add a little bit more. Now I'm going to add a little bit more pasta. Like I said, I like to do this a little bit at a time because I don't want to overflow my bowl and leave me no room to mix. because you still have to put your sauce in to mix it up and make sure the flavor gets all the way through. So I should have enough rum, but this is just to make sure. And this looks phenomenal, if I must say so myself. Oh. See, the thing about dropping stuff in the kitchen, I have a dog, so she's going to help me out. Come here, Maya. Get that. So she's happy, I'm happy. I don't have to clean my floor because she gets it for me. As long as it's good for her. Now, I'm not trying to poison my dog, but it wasn't nothing but a little shrimp. Alright, so that's all of our meat in there. I'm going to add the rest of the pasta in because there is enough room. Put that all to the side. And now the only thing we are waiting to mix up in here with it is the sauce. That is the last thing we have to mix in. And you guys, this looks great, I must say so. Exactly what I was planning it to look like in my head is exactly what it looks like right there. Phenomenal. Alright, my sauce is smoking, so that means it's done. I just want to warm it up. I don't want to cook it. And I'm going to add that in there with the whole mixture. Make sure it gets all throughout. And that's off. And now to mix it all up. Alright, so, oh man, I just broke my spoon handle. That's that heavy duty mixing right there. Guess my workout was a little bit too much for my spoon, my kitchen utensils. Oh well, have to buy a new one. But it'll do for the rest of this now. Alright, and it looks like it's all throughout. And that, my friends, was, I would say, a 30-second meal. I put Rachel Ray to shame. As you can see, all that lusciousness in there. It looks delicious, and I will keep you guys posted on how it tastes. And I will also as well put the description box, in the description box, the recipe and everything that I included in there. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.